Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Baku street circuit here in Azerbaijan for Season 5, Round 6 here in Tier 2 of Monday Race Club. We've got Gab and Carl in the commentary box this evening, but before we jump into the action on track, let's just again pay the Monday Race Club respects to Sir Frank Williams. As mentioned yesterday, really was a true racer that embodied passion, ingenuity and commitment. There was a lot of adversity in his life, but Sir Frank created a formidable team that continues to this day under his name of Williams Racing, and a fearsome competitor. The Williams Racing name will be etched in Formula 1 for forevermore, and his loss will be felt by everybody in the Formula 1 family. It doesn't matter whether it's drivers, teams, fans or sponsors. We do send our condolences to his family and all who knew and worked with him. Carl Leans joins me in the commentary box this evening. Carl, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. I'm not too bad. I'm looking forward to this actually, because another street circuit, but a different challenge as well, because as we know, Azerbaijan, there's more chances of overtaking. It's a lot quicker than Monaco and a lot more flowing, apart from that notorious castle section.
It is indeed. It's a circuit which is pretty much around about 13 metres normally, but as they go into the castle section, just on board there with almost 7 metres it goes down to. So absolutely no heroics, folks, is what we want into that castle section. Otherwise it's going to come off not that great. But yes, second street circuit in a row. We had Monaco last week. Was a little bit of a different format last week compared to this week. This week we are back to our normal, folks. 18 minutes of qualifying followed by a 50% race. Who knows what the weather's going to do? Those drivers who are in the pits and watching, please let us know what the weather is going to do tonight. Is there going to be a bit of rain, or is it going to be a dry track? Love a little bit of rain, Carl. I mean, drivers are going to hate me right now, but
I'd love a safety car. I think I win that one.
Well,
just
you do.
to add a bit more information on the Baku city circuit, total of 20 corners. 20
corners indeed. Lots of very much prolonged from the two straights, the two DRS zones. One of the longest straights. It's actually the third longest track on the calendar behind Spa and the Jeddah street circuit. But there is a lot of barriers, there is a lot of walls that are going to catch the drivers out, so they're going to have to watch.
But some runoff areas, so if you've got a slow car, if you're coming up to a slow car and they need to give way, it's easier to give way here than at Monaco.
It is indeed. Significantly wider than Monaco. Some great driving and results. Don't think we had any safety cars in Monaco last week for Tiers 1, 2 and 3.
I was questioning that. I'm wondering if they were turned off.
Well, that might explain a lot, to be fair, and that puts my safety car logic.
Especially when there was like a couple, one car and I think one or two cars, I think one in Tier 1, as Herman does a 40.555 to get things kicked off.
Does indeed.
But as I was saying, I think there was like one crash at least in Tier 2 and one crash in Tier 1, that they were in near enough the middle of the track, which would have definitely called out a safety car. So yeah. I'm wondering if they were turned off, to be honest.
Possibly. That Tier 2 little clash, which we never got excited about in the slightest.
No, never.
We're just watching Hera Voice now in the second AlphaTauri coming through to complete his first lap. DRS wing is right open there as he comes across the line and is going to go into a 141.2. So an AlphaTauri. Oh, just as I was saying,
Alex goes top. Nicely.
He does in the Williams there, 140.4. We've seen a couple of 39s yesterday in free practice, folks. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets
Scott's
through.
Retired.
Oh, hopefully. Wonder if he hit the wall potentially. Can't see the Mercedes.
Yeah, I can guarantee that both Alex and Evil Homer will want to do a bang-up job here, especially as they're driving that famous name.
Exactly, I will do. Couple of the drivers racing with some Williams-inspired helmets. We'll go through them over the course of the stream. We are just watching one of our two reserve drivers, Ocean Tame, making his league debut in terms of racing in the Red Bull, and Tomo 222 in the pits at the moment.
Herman's improved to a 40.1.
Yes. Just seeing who else is Guy's on his fast lap, just catching the end as he's going to come across the line. DRS going open there. He is on the softs. Oh, he gives. He's gone into the pits. So maybe just a bit of a sighting lap there, as we now see the fellow Red Bull driver of Monster with the Williams helmet design.
My fellow wrestling buddy.
Indeed. Tier 1 co-commentator who will be in the box soon. Just watching him come towards the end of the lap.
And as you could probably see from a certain angle, he is racing with that number 79, which is a symbol of the year that Williams took their first ever race win. So that's a nice touch there on that car.
Indeed.
And I believe he's gone for a helmet design that's meant to reference the Rothman Williams.
Oh, the livery from the early 90s? Yes.
94, right. 95, 96 and 97.
And then it was replaced by the Winfield branding for 98 and 99, so...
It was weird seeing a red Williams.
Yeah, it almost seemed a little bit out of place. And then they went to the blue and white, which they've kind of stuck to, of the BMW mark.
Yeah.
Just on board with Smith as he comes through the castle complex. It's going to be so crucial here again with strategy. So whilst we're kind of watching some of the drivers go through, there's very little time difference between a one-stop and a two-stop. And it's going to be curious to see.
And if I remember from last season, I think majority in all tiers last season, a lot of people tend to go for that two-stop.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But obviously, safety cars pending and all that, but I think a lot of people will probably go for the two-stop because, as we know from previous races, yes, the hards have got the durability to go long, but they've just got no pace for some reason on this year's game.
Agreed. I tried them on Thursday practice, did about 15 laps on the mediums, was okay. Smith 96 was just in there, go 8th, but the hards just did have no, even brand new hards had no track pace at all. Let's jump on board. We will do. We're going to jump on board. Morgan's just come out. We will follow. We'll go on to an Aston Martin for our onboard lap, so we'll jump back to Morgan shortly. Carl, you'll be happy. Aston Martin onboard lap. Alex is back out. So we've got a few drivers in the mediums in the top 10 at the moment. Only the top 10 have set times so far. But we've got a few medium runners. I wonder if Guy's put the mediums on, so clearly he was deciding actually maybe he didn't want to do a fast lap on those softs and actually just go on to the mediums. Yeah,
like you say, he probably came out, weighed everything up, made had to go around the track to see how everything felt, and then probably came back in and gone, right, I'm going to go for mediums first.
Yeah, definitely.
Mind you, you got Alex. I can't. Did Alex do his 40.4 on the mediums?
He didn't. Alex.
Yeah.
I think he was on the mediums.
Sorry, I've just put all the tyre things up because I forgot to turn it on.
Right.
I'm in great form tonight, folks.
There we go. Right, we're jumping on board with Morgan and Stoob, the co-commentator in Tier 3 on the Aston Martin now, powering down this long straight DRS activation line. Was just behind us there. He wanted the DRS activated now. You can hear the engine sound just picking up, 8th gear around about 200 miles an hour there. And now coming into turn 1, he's cleared through there, nicely done. Now into 2, brakes around about 60 metres, nicely touches the inside curve. Don't want to get too greedy there. DRS fully activated again, powering all the way down. 7th, 8th gear, going to hit around about 200 miles an hour. Dead on just before he brakes, before the 100 metre mark. into 3. Really good turn in there. Now you start to get all the shadows from the building, slightly off-putting for the drivers, but nicely done. Good rotation. Car seems planted. We seen yesterday in pre-practice Monster, we got Guy in front of the Ferrari there. He's going to look to try and get out of the way, not distract Morgan too much. He does get out of the way there. Now coming down into the castle section where the track really reduces in size down to about 7 metres. You'll see it here, folks, as we come now down. Quick spurt into 5th, now down into 3rd. You can see how tight the track is there. Don't want to get too greedy here in terms of curbs. Track limits on the outside here. Stays well away from that. And nicely now carrying the power down. Could lose a significant amount of time. Aiming now as we come down into turn 15, which you could easily hit straight on. Nicely brakes, maybe a little bit early. He'll be looking to get a bit more of an edge there as he goes through his next few laps. Now coming down into 16. Nicely done. Don't want to touch the curb on the inside. A little bit of a sausage curb there, but now full power as we go through turn 17. 18, slight kink that is 19 as well, and then there's an even nice, the rear end stepped out slightly, the kink here that is 20, absolutely as he goes down, currently hitting around about 195 before the DRS now propels him forwards, 203, 204 miles an hour, comes across the line, and goes 14th on 42.2 by good banker lap from Morgan there.
Yeah, while actually we're going through that on board with Morgan, I was watching the newcomer Ocean Time, and his banker lap of a 43.9, and for saying it's his first time racing properly with us, he looked very smooth round the Baku circuit, so I give him a big shout on that one, especially for it being his first official race. So I got some good praise for him. Indeed
it is. We'll jump on board with a couple of our reserve drivers today. We've got Tomo who's still to set a lap, and Ocean Tame as we were saying there. Guy has done his sighter lap. We are just watching Monster just now in that Red Bull. Car was really planted yesterday. Didn't use DRS or ERS for his kind of one of the quick laps we were following yesterday, and the car was really planted. So as we're watching him go through turn 15, you don't want to clip that inside curb there, Carl, otherwise you're just going to launch yourself into the wall and the race is going to be over.
Aye, there's quite a few corners that could do that actually.
Not just turn 15.
Oh no.
Oh no, definitely not just. We're with Guy now, he is on those mediums. Coming down into infamous turn 15, he doesn't get too greedy. Oh, he did just jump it, but he's got good enough rotation in the car there. The end of sector 2, he's near enough 20 seconds quicker than his previous, so let's just keep an eye on him. Is this going to take him into provisional pole? I don't think so based upon current times, but we've been proved wrong before.
It's going to be close at least.
It is indeed. Championship leader. He is going to come across the line. And we are just on it. What's he going to do? About 142, 142.1, so goes up into 13th. I'll be honest, Carl, I think the mediums, there is pace there. Maybe he's fueled up to just go that little bit further as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people tend to fuel the car up enough to probably at least do maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 laps, especially if they're doing medium runs, because just to get the heat in those mediums, get them into the right working area, and also to find where the grip is, where the mediums are comfortable at, whereas the softs, you can literally go straight on it straight away because the heat's up a lot quicker and they've got more grip behind them. So it's just that you can do a lap straight out on the softs, but on the mediums you could probably have to do like 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 to get those mediums in that working window.
Yeah. Championship standings, Guy 88 points. He is 37 points clear of Mark in second. So irrespective of the result here tonight, folks, Guy will leave with the championship lead. Monster just 3 points behind Mark on 48 points, and Jacob in the McLaren on 35 with Damalek also on 35. Ferrari top of the Constructors' Championship with AlphaTauri second.
Sorry to butt in, Gav, but Guy was 7/10 up in that middle sector on his best lap, on his previous lap.
Cracking time, so that would take him certainly up into the midst of the top 10, probably around about 5th, 6th place, maybe. He's dived in. He has, so he's maybe just decided to forego that. Smith 96 also comes in. We've only got around about 3.5 minutes remaining though, so teams will now be looking.
Yeah. It's that time now where they want to definitely get out and get that last run in.
Yeah, and I think though, if you're Gaga, you maybe just thinking maybe he's extracted all the potential out of those mediums and went, it's just not quick enough. He's got 2 seconds to provisional pole. Won't get a bigger.
Dunbest Hornets retired.
He has indeed. Has something happened to him on track?
It's
Doesn't
in
look
the
like
old.
it.
It's in the old section of the. I think it's turn 14 or 15.
It's just after. We're just on board with Mark just now, so let's just see. It looks like he's possibly dropped it coming out of 13. Let's just see. Mark. Oh, it's been cleared just as we were about to get to him.
Yeah, it looked on the mini map. It looked like I think round about turns 13 or 14.
Yeah, we'll stay on board with Mark for his next run. He is going to get. There's 2 minutes remaining, folks. So those that are in the pits, it is time to get out of the pits for your qualifying lap. Let's stay on board with Mark, though, on those soft compound tires, second place in the championship. As he comes, Era Voice is also retired from the session. We'll keep an eye and see where he is. DRS fully open on the Mercedes, as you could see there. Mark is going to come across the line. This is going to be his last chance for a lap 135. I might have commentator cursed him, Carl.
Too soon, Gav. Too soon.
Mark isn't going to like me now.
Naughty Scotsman.
Very much so. Damalek jumps into the pits there. Grimo is on a fast lap. Got yellow in sector 1.
That's
or just on the pit straight. It's just cleared.
Yeah, I think that's just a slow car, probably.
Yeah. So let's just keep an eye on Grimo in the Alpine, currently in 11th place, about 0.2 of a second behind Monster. Andrew in 10th in the Red Bull. Grimo half a second down, though. It's going to be difficult to try and make that time back up. Jacob's also retired, so he's dropped it at turn 4.
I'm looking at. Is it? Yeah, turn 4.
Yeah, it is. We're just going to jump on board with Morgan, and we can. No, the McLaren has been cleared again. I'll tell you one thing, Carl. The marshals in Baku are superb because they get to it before we can even see it.
Totally different to the marshals in real life.
Oh, completely. I was going to say the marshals.
The marshals in real life, they like to take the sweet time in Baku.
They like to enjoy the atmosphere.
It's like they've got a kettle on boil and they're waiting for the kettle to pop before they.
Always got to have the tea ready. Ghetto Biggie up to 5th.
Horrible reference there. I do apologise. Horrible reference.
I'll tell you one thing. Ghetto Biggie up to 5th place. He's not had the luck so far this season. My teammate from last season 4 in AlphaTauri. So he's going to be looking for a good result. We are out of time at the moment. Herman went into the wall and is retired. Yeah. Oh, that's
turn 4.
We've got a Ferrari that's went deep into turn 3 as well. Is that Guy? It is!
Yes.
So our championship leader, and I'll tell you what...
Trying to do a 50-point turn at the moment.
You're going to have to. Our championship leader is going to start 16th, folks. 17th now. Oh, because Morgan's just went quicker. So, currently... Monster, we're just going to catch him.
Smith's looking on a good lap.
Yes, Monster's about to go 4/10 quicker by the looks of things. This could propel him up to 5th. Let's see as he comes across the line, and 5th place it is. The Red Bull is up into 5th. Purple in the final sector. And let's just see who else is out on track. Grimo was slower there. And you were talking about Smith 96 just coming 6/10 quicker, so this could propel him up into 11th. So let's just see.
He'll jump drop guy to 18th.
Yeah, well. Smith goes to 11th.
Yeah, there you go.
The forecast tonight, Carl. We're spot on here in terms of position forecast, but Guy is 18th, our championship leader. That is possibly the qualifying headlines. Our championship leader is 18th. Andrew just saying, not bad with a damaged rear wing. So at some point, the Red Bull's been in the wars with the barriers here at Baku. Did we get any feedback from the drivers, Carl, on weather?
No, I don't see anything on the weather. Come on, lads, we need that info!
We do! If it's going to rain, I need to make sure we've got the brolly. Not that we need a brolly in Baku, normally. But we'll
Could do with a
see.
shower, though.
We'll see. Exactly. I have no idea if that's a... Oh, it's a dry Grand Prix, Andrew says in the Red Bull. So our Red Bull reporter... Oh, there's a wheel just appearing in between turns 13 and 14.
Did you bring the suntan lotion, Gav?
I did indeed. But there's the good cup of tea as well, just to bring it even a bit more.
You're going to love this, Gav. I can top you on that one. Iron Brew.
Iron Brew. Well,
Iron Brew.
Iron Brew. Normally we would say, folks, that the Tier 2 commentary would come with sponsorship. Not, may I just add, of Iron Brew. They've not returned any of my calls, which is very disappointing. But tonight, Earl Grey tea and Iron Brew. So we have, in terms of...
Dunbest Hornet starting on the mediums in 10th.
Oh, that's a good shout. So let's just go through the grid. So we have Herman in the AlphaTauri on the front row, 140.1. We have then Alex in the Williams joining him on the front row there in second. Nikolak third, Evil Homer in fourth. So Williams 2 and 4. We talked about them in Spain and Monaco needing some good points and getting some great results. Good to see them up there as well. Monster and Ghetto Biggie up 5th and 6th, so the lead Red Bull in 5th. Era Voice is 7th in the AlphaTauri. Damalek 8th. Mark 2nd place in the championship, 9th. He will take that. Dumbest Hornet 1st of the medium runners in 10th. Smith 96, Grimo, and the two McLarens on row 7, Martin and Jacob. Then we've got Morgan, Tomo, Loppe, Guy, our championship leader, 18th. He will likely start on the medium tyres. And then we have Ocean Tame in 19th.
Not a bad showing for his first go.
Exactly, really good.
And not a bad lap time either, if I must say.
No, exactly. Really good. Good to see newcomers joining the MRC family. 3 tiers, lots of new drivers have been joining recently. Do go on to F1 2021 game on Facebook. You will see some posts from Ollie Pool. Go and like it. We'll invite you into the Discord channel. Look at the videos that we've got on YouTube. The streams, 3 unique competitions and 3 unique commentary teams. So do check them out. It's a matter of seconds until the formation lap.
Yeah, and the sad part is, on a Monday, the first race, they've got to put up with us too.
Exactly. That's exactly it. They've got to put up with us. It's a challenge for everyone in Scott, the final Mercedes there in 20th. It's going to be an interesting race, though.
Yeah.
Guy in 18th, so he's going to be looking to come through the grid. Let's just have a look at tyres. An interesting one. So Martin starts on the soft, so from 11th to 20th you get free choice on tyre. Obviously the top 10 have to start the race on the tyre that they qualified on. So Smith 96 and Grimm will take the medium, as does Jacob and the McLaren. So the McLaren's splitting their strategy. Tomo, Loppe, Guy and Scott on the mediums, with Martin Hills, Morgan and Ocean Tame on the softs. There you can see two-stop strategy is pretty much the predicted one, folks. Time difference between two-stop and one-stop pretty much nailed on. So depending on what happens with safety cars though, could go soft, medium, or if you're on the medium you could go medium, soft towards the end and have a really quick race car. Any predictions, Carl? I know the commentators curse, but
no predictions there. I don't want to jeopardise anything, and I think you'll agree with me on this one, Gab. I think we'll have just go quiet for a brief moment while the cars make their way round to the grid for a brief silence in memory of Frank Williams.
We will indeed. Sir Frank Williams, folks. A absolute legend of Formula One. There are many people who can take that tag, but he is certainly one of them. Gone but never forgotten. And all of us here at MRC throughout the week will have segments for the legendary Sir Frank.
I'd just like to ask one thing. What happened with the two McLaren boys?
I was going to ask that question myself, but I thought, as a fellow McLaren driver, obviously after this race, I'll need to run down, jump in my papaya overalls and get ready in the car for Tier 1. But we are here, folks. We are just lining up the grid as we prepare for the short run and the short burst down into Turn 1. As Jeff would say, no heroics down into Turn 1, folks. We've seen some challenges at times, but we will be ready for the start of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We are ready. The lights are ready to go. We have 2 red lights. We have 3. We have 4. It is 5 red lights. And we're underway in Azerbaijan here at Baku. Great start from Herman there, but already Alex right up the inside as we go through. And a little bit of a tap there from Nikolak in the upper rear. Nikolak's gone round one of the AlphaTauris has went round. And there's Nikolak on the right hand side of your screen, folks. One of the AlphaTauris air voice is already down, but it's a great start for the Williams. Alex in the lead, Herman second, Monster up to third. Another Williams. Another Williams up into 4th place, which is a great start for the Williams boys. Mark also up into 5th, but Guy up to 12th. So a great start from the championship leader. Up into 11th already.
Indeed.
Oh, he's went too deep though into Turn 4, and so is one of the Aston
Martin with him as well. It's Stu.
Oh, so Stubbs lost his front wing. And Guy doesn't look like he's got any damage, but that superb start is
Tomo's round.
Tomo's round as well. And Ocean Tame, let's just take a note, up to 11th for him. So superb start from him. Has Tomo lost his front wing though? I think he has. I think he has. Oh, no, he's not. Sorry. But the 2 Ferraris, horrible opening lap there. Ryan says, I sound like an American auctioneer.
No.
Banshee. Anyway.
Banshee.
Exactly.
Banshee.
Herman, who was our pole sitter, is now within about half a second. He was much closer as they came down into Turn 16 there. He is going to be looking to pick up all the slipstreaming off the back of that, Williams. So let's jump on board with Alex at the moment. There is going to be passes aplenty. We are on board, with Herman, as he is looking to gain. He is slowly gaining on Alex. Remember, no DRS, folks. Those of you who are new to F1 rules, we do have a pass that's been made. Monster and Evil Homer, we're just seeing here.
Single Track's making a move on Grimo, but he's on the outside. But I think he's going to make it stick. Yes, he is.
Smith 96 is pitted, so there's obviously been some damage there. JSR's just saying on
Biggie's in, Damalek's in.
So all these drivers who had potentially lost in damage. Herman's retired! Herman's coming in, and so is Alex! Oh, we've missed it here, folks! It's coming out of Turn 2 on the straight! They have come together!
Full safety car.
Full safety car. Let's just double check. Let's just jump on board. We were focusing on the battle just slightly down.
With Martin, and there's a lot of debris going just before Turn 3.
There is. The 2 front row starters, folks, are out of the Grand Prix. The championship leader is up to 11th. But we have a full safety car. I wonder what's happened here. They will tell us.
We still have a Williams in the lead because Evil Homer now leads.
We do, and Andrew in the Red Bull Monster 89 is up into 2nd. Mark up into 3rd. Dumbest Hornet 5th. 4th. Single Track 5th. Grimo 6th. Fire Rooster 7th. Ocean Tame on his debut race 8th. Loppy 9th. And Scott in 10th. We did see a comment on the stream. I think J Sarge was saying that he was on the phone to Matteo Binotto about the Ferraris. I think, though, you might have some conversations going on between the Williams and the AlphaTauri, our pole sitter.
Oh, there's going to be a fist fight.
Yeah. So full safety car, folks. If you were on the...
Wumax has just asked what happened. We have no idea.
No.
If either Alex and Herman could let us know what happened, it would be helpful.
We were focusing just slightly down. There was place changes aplenty. But I'll tell you one thing, if you are on those soft compound tyres, I would come in and get rid of them. And they are.
Homer's coming in.
They are indeed. So
Dumbest Hornet will obviously stay out.
Yeah, Mark's also coming in, and I would expect Martin to come in as well. They are. Ocean Thames should also...
Can I just have this brief moment, Gav?
Yeah.
Aston Martin lead!
Well, there we go. How long will Dumbest Hornet be in the lead? But Ocean Tame is the only one out of the soft compound tires to continue and not pit, so he goes up to fourth.
That red Merc, picking up Dumbest Hornet.
Exactly. Back to the Mercedes safety car, folks. So, let's just have a quick check. Whilst we have a breather, we'll just jump into the Discord just to see what has happened. Alex has put some commentary. We do have, obviously, the DM to the stewards.
Yeah.
The stewards will look into it, folks, as always. Does seem to be potentially looking at some of the comments. Some feelings running high tonight, so...
Well, as we all know as racing, tempers flow, especially in the heat of the moment. We all have those moments.
They do, indeed.
Whilst we're under safety car, I was on board with Jacob on, I think, the second lap or whatnot. He's got a nice looking helmet. It's got a white with blue, and he's got like parts of green in there to represent the colours of Williams.
He does indeed. The
early years.
Yes, when they had the Saudi Airways backing.
Yep. Lovely helmet design there.
Very much so. So we are all reset at the moment, folks. We have had what can only be described as a absolutely frenetic start to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Tier 2. We have Dumbest Hornet out in front.
We had a Hamilton and Verstappen moment.
We did indeed. Dumbest Hornet out in the lead at the moment. Grimo into second in the Alpine and Jacob in third in the Aston Martin. Guy Championship leader down in 15th, just behind his Ferrari teammate, Tomo222 for the evening. And Mark in the second Mercedes in 11th, having pitted. They won't obviously get those medium compound tires to the end, so they are definitely going to have to come in again. We do have the safety car going round for one more tour, I would suspect, folks. The two cars of Alex and Herman have been cleared. I'll tell you the other thing, and this is going to be interesting for the drivers that do have the stream on in the background and who do listen to our pointless bumblings on.
Pointless is the key word.
Exactly, yes, very much so. Be interesting to see when Dumbest Hornet goes, because he's going to want to give himself
especially with how long that straight is, because you don't want to go too early to get that to give that toe from the car behind.
Yep.
But you don't want to go too late either.
No, you don't.
And it's trying to get that part in the middle as well as trying to do it as safe as possible. No accelerating or braking, because we don't want that.
No, we don't. And end up with collisions aplenty for that, folks. Once you go, you go. But certainly Dumbest Hornet will be the de facto leader when the safety car does go in. He will be creating the drop in air pressure and to create that slipstream behind him, which Grimo, Fire Rooster and Ocean Tame. I'll tell you one thing, Ocean Tame and that Red Bull, soft compound tyres, the mediums will take a little bit of time to heat up and get that heat cycle through them again. So
he could be good for the restart, but I know someone who will be good at the restart because we know how good he is, and that's Jacob, who's third. He is very good when it comes to safety car restarts, because if you watch him closely, he will get as close to the car in front as possible to try and get that jump.
Definitely. Alex just mentioning in the YouTube live chat that there was some contact in the straight between turn 2 and turn 3. So
by the sounds of that, it will probably looked at by the stewards after the Grand Prix.
Indeed. Safety car should be in this lap, folks. The field is there, and there it is. Safety car in. So let's keep an eye with Dumbest Hornet. Let's jump on board with the Aston Martin. He's taking it easy as he comes through turns 17, 18.
Trying to get that heat, trying to get the heat back in those mediums as well. Doing quite a bit of weaving.
He is indeed. We're just looking back from the rear wing of that Aston Martin. he's dropped it to third, and he's going now up into fourth and fifth now. So coming through just but after the kink of turn 20, he looks to have got the drop on Grimo, but Grimo will start to get the slipstream. He's not going to be close enough though as we come down through the field. Let's just keep an eye out on any overtakes that are being made there. Looks like everybody is through cleanly. We do have one of the McLarens in the Mercedes.
On Smith and almost had Martin into turn 1 as well, but Martin had that inside line.
He did indeed. Let's just jump back up to the McLaren of Grimo, because Jacob has passed Grimo as he into turn 3, as Grimo nicely respecting the space there. Yep, and Ocean Tame and the Red Bull just consolidating his 4th place. Oh, gets really close to the back of Grimo coming through turn 4. But as we always say, folks, the race is not won on the first lap, or indeed the opening lap after a safety car. It's only won when you see that checkered flag.
And as we know with a race, it's a marathon and not a sprint.
Exactly. Andrew Monster will be looking to get past Scott here in the Mercedes, considering that Monster 89 and the Red Bull has pitted. Martin also pitted, so a good strong showing from the McLaren boys in Tier 2 tonight. Just looking at the front wing of that McLaren. Intervals. Grimo being dropped by Jacob. I wonder if Grimo's got a little bit of damage potentially on the front wing, because he has fallen 2 seconds behind.
Look, I can't see it. Must be very, very small.
Yeah, let's just jump on board with him. Can't see anything from the onboard, but there's no dropping.
Oversteer out the corners. So
nope. Tomo's gone. Tomo has gone from the session, and Morgan's also been involved in a collision. So it looks like at turn 15. The casualty and another safety car. We've got 2 safety cars in the opening 5 laps, folks. The race has been neutralised. I wonder if potentially, because Tomo and Morgan were around about the same part of the track.
Ocean Time stays out again. He has an Eagles again.
Brave.
Stays out on those softs.
Brave move. I wonder though whether Tomo was coming through 15. Yeah. I wonder whether Tomo just maybe got the jump on those curves at turn 15, hit the wall, and then Morgan before the ghosting.
Just a bit of information. Scott is getting a new front wing on that Mercedes.
So Grimo,
obviously Stubbs coming in as well.
So Grimo hasn't pitted, so maybe not any damage there.
And I think you've probably seen it, but Stubbs got no front wing at all.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which probably, I think you said earlier when everything happened.
Yeah. As always, folks, with safety car etiquette, give the driver in front and the driver behind plenty of space. You have
to stay within 10 car lengths of that car in front, so it's like finding that buffer.
You do indeed. Under the safety car, yes, weave, but not excessive weaving, and no stopping and starting and slamming on the brakes. Any penalties where 2 cars collide, the penalty will be usually given 5 seconds to each car, but then 5 seconds to the offender will be added onto their time and removed from the non-guilty party.
Yes. Because if you feel like you got that 5 seconds and you feel like it's unjustified, then literally politely put your hand up in the stewards and they will happily have a look at it, but you're not guaranteed to get the 5 seconds removed, because it depends whether or not they think it was unjustified or if it was justified, depending on the scenario. Indeed.
So to lap 6, folks, we've had the 2 front row starters are out with a collision on the straight between turns 2 and 3, and we have had 2 safety cars. So already the strategies have been thrown into the mix for this.
The safety cars are going to definitely help those on the mediums, especially those that stayed out under the first safety car, because it will stretch the stint a little bit longer, not much, but just a little bit longer.
Yeah,
because you're not taking that much out the tyres.
No, I think those that started on the soft compound tyres.
Ocean Time has come in this lap now. It
does indeed. I'd probably say, and you might agree with me, Carl, probably about
the medium tyre.
3 laps too late, unfortunately for him, because he's going to drop right to the back of the pack.
But it's a learning curve for him. It's his first race, and as we all know, we always learn something through every race, whether it's if we make a mistake and we crash, we all learn from it.
We do, indeed. Great effort. He was up to, I think, about 11th place at the end of lap 1, so it was superb.
He had an
from
amazing
19th.
start. Amazing start from him.
So let's just have a look at the championship protagonists very early in the season. So, Smith's running slow.
I think Smith had got in front of a few cars, so I think he's gave the positions back.
I was wondering, he was very slow.
Because I seen his name jump up, and then I just seen him. He literally just slowed right down, and he let. I think it was
Monster
track
and Monster.
Andrew, yes.
Yeah. So something happened. Is this maybe? I would have said safety car delta. No, or maybe I don't know. That's a very weird one.
Probably a slight bit of ping pong.
Possibly, but I mean, there's certainly. I mean, all I could think of in terms of getting a time penalty is if you fall too far behind, as you quite rightly said.
Well, at the moment, you're not driving to a delta.
No.
You're driving to the pace of the safety car. So it's either drop too far back, or one of them wasn't watching the other, and vice versa. I'm not going to point fingers, but I'm just saying on the scenarios of what it could be.
Yep. We're getting some feedback from the drivers.
It was Smith.
Yeah, so possibly something has happened.
So Smith had probably dropped back, let them through, and they fell too far back from the cars in front, so they had to try and catch up to the cars in front, and I think the safety car's in, so I'm going to shut my trap for this moment.
So the stewards will certainly look at those 2 5-second penalties for Monster and Single Track. We jump back on board, looking from the rear wing of the Aston Martin of Dumbest Hornet. Jacob all over the back of him, and Jacob will be ready to go. Exactly. He's going already. He's gone at just about the same point. We do have Damalek and Ghetto Biggie. So again, we'll pick that up separately, but
Jacob's got a good toe here.
He does.
I'm on board with Jacob.
But so does Grimmo off the back of Jacob, and as they come through into turn 1, there we go. And Jacob runs really wide, and he's potentially lost the end plate. No, he hasn't. But Grimmo's going to go up the inside, does he? No, he's going to give them nice respectful room there. But Loppe and the Haas is right behind. And Dumbest Hornet's retired, and so we've had another bit of collision. I tell you, Jacob
spun out of turn 2. I think that's what Alex were talking about earlier.
So we do have... And Nico Lack's gone as well.
Nico Lack's gone.
We have drama aplenty, folks, here. So much battles that we focus on, and sometimes we... don't know, we see... So Dumbest Hornet... It does indeed. So Dumbest Hornet has lost it. So let's just check with Ghetto Biggie. So actually the Aston Martin has been cleared, so Ghetto Biggie is there. Let's just...
Alfa Romeo is before turn 3.
Yep, so no safety car. Nico Lack almost looks like... he's getting there. You can see it on the stream, he's lost it. So maybe he's made some contact. There's been some contact in the
probably
midfield.
Trying to avoid the Aston Martin.
Possibly. We did see
I was on board. I was on board with Jacob, and I saw the back end of the Aston Martin step out, and around Hornet went.
So possibly something there. I mean, we were on board with Jacob, I think, at the time, or Grimmo, because we'd seen Jacob had that moment into turn 1, and then there just seemed to be a whole host of activity in front. So we'll no doubt get feedback. But Monster in the Red Bull, Andrew will be looking to. He's had some not great luck so far this season, missed out on a couple of podiums, so he'll be absolutely looking for it. Currently in 3rd place at the moment. Jacob is down though, so
he's
certainly
right
something
in the
there.
Slipstream of Grimmo.
And look at this.
Too far back.
Guy as well. We've got 3 abreast through the start-finish straight, and Damalek is in. Jacob is also in. It's action aplenty as we come down into turn 1, folks. Smith 96 up into 6th place. He's got Evil Homer just behind him, and then Guy, our championship leader. Wonder though if Smith just clattered the wall there. No, he hasn't.
To the soft tyre.
Some interesting moves. So nobody really wanting to go.
And Damalek's gone hards.
No, so I was about to say nobody wanted to go the hard route, but he has. So
I think Damalek's going to try and go to the end here on a 1-stop.
It's going to be a brave one though, because those hard tyres don't have much pace in them. So.
No, and we were talking about that in qualifying.
We were. Just
They've got the durability, but they just ain't got the pace in them in this year's game.
No, definitely not. So Loppi out in the front in the Haas, Grimo second in the Alpine, and Monster third in the Red Bull, with Martin in the McLaren right behind them in fourth place. Great opportunity for the win for the McLaren here. Mercedes fifth, Alfa Romeo sixth, and then the other Williams in seventh, Guy in eighth, and Alfa Tauri ninth. So the top nine, all different teams, all the cars equal in performance, but Loppi wants to get above that 1 second. Remember the DRS.
Loppi is 1.1 seconds in front of Grimo. It's but Andrew Monster is 2/10, and he's right under the gearbox of Grimo.
Yes.
And Martin single track is right under the gearbox of Monster.
The detection line they just passed there, and then the activation line just after it. So as we can see here, Monster's going to go for it as they come down into turn one. The pass is made.
Single track with the fastest lap.
Indeed, and Martin just taking it patiently. It does indeed. Mark's just running slightly wide on the Mercedes there in turn one. You've got to watch in terms of track limits. Grimo, though, is going to have DRS. He does. So as we go through...
Evil Homer's gone.
Oh, he has the other Williams out. Both Williams have gone. Evil Homer is gone at turn two, and it's safety car. So that's the safety car is there. So let's just jump on board. It's at turn two, and we've said this though when we were talking about
the exit of turn two.
There he is.
I think a lot of people, he's either ran wide out of turn two, or
it looks.
I don't know.
I think it possibly
it's been
looks
cleared now anyway.
Yeah. So we were on board with Jacob just as he came through turn two, and Evil Homer was on the left-hand side of the track. Looked like he was potentially missing one of his wheels.
My guess is then the back end stepped out and round he went.
Yeah. I mean, the track is. Yes, the track is wide. Tom Brown saying, are we going to get any racing laps here? Well, I mean, let's put it this way. The enjoyment of this evening is me and Carl talking about a safety car. I think the Mercedes has actually led more laps than any other driver.
Who was it that said the one might see in a safety car?
You're getting the blame for that, because that was you. I said rain. You said safety car. So... So you're getting the blame for that one, not me. Let's put it this way: Mark would have been cursing me in qualifying, but yeah, safety car. So 3 safety cars, folks.
Tom Brown says, "Defo making me laugh."
Loppi in the pit lane, though, folks. Loppi is in the pits. He's going to get rid of those medium tyres as Monster goes into the lead. Grimo also pits, as does Martin. So again, let's see what Loppi switches onto in terms of tyre choice, because he's 10 laps on those mediums. Will he go medium again? No, he's going softs. He's going on to the red mark tyre. So is Grimo.
Quite a few people are probably going for the softs here.
Martin going on to the mediums, though. Guy going on to the softs.
Martin's probably going for a double medium and then a soft at the end.
Yeah, well, he started on the soft compound tyre, I think, did Martin, because I think Jacob was on the medium.
Did the McLaren split the strategy?
They did indeed. I will tell you, 2 seconds. We don't get highlights, folks, on the stream. Maybe one day we will, but we will reverse ourselves in the YouTube. And we shall see. Oh, I've just rewinded ourselves to the safety cars.
You're all right. You're on the safety car. You got plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Exactly.
And if anyone's watching this, you're on the safety car. You got plenty of time to pop the kettle on, have a tea, have a coffee, and come back and bring a few biscuits. Oh, and send a couple biscuits to this comms box. We could do with a nibble.
Exactly. Martin did start on the softs and Jacob started on the medium, so it was a split
strategy at the McLaren.
Yeah, it was indeed. So let's just see. I think we've got a couple of comments. Let's just see whilst we've got in there. Jacob saying so there seemed to be some form of massive glitch. Damalek saying there's a massive glitch, and then Jacob saying that Dumbest Hornet's car didn't ghost. So obviously, as there was an accident and that hit him. So we've seen this though before, and I think Tomo and Morgan potentially. Morgan did superb up into 5th place, but Morgan and Tomo. So Tomo as he came into 15. That slight moment when they spin or connect the wall, it doesn't ghost instantly, and it may take a second or 2 seconds. And if you're in that unfortunate position,
Monster getting right up behind the safety cars. You have to say, go a bit quicker, mate. You're going too slow.
Yes, he's going to be certainly looking for.
But that's a familiar picture right there. A Red Bull and Mercedes at the front. That is a too familiar picture at the moment this year.
I'll tell you one thing. So this is probably going to be, and we're not going to commentator's curse, but there are certainly some drivers in there who are going to be going for the win. We're on board just with Mark in the Mercedes. He'll be needing that win for the championship, 36 points.
So would Monster.
Yes.
Monster could do with a win. They both could do, especially with trying to claw that gap to Guy.
Exactly.
Who
Guy
is sitting in P10.
Yeah, so given the fact that we've had 3 safety cars in the opening 12 laps, folks, the man who has led the most races is Bernd Mailander. So well done, congratulations to him. We've lost 6 drivers from this race. We do, as we know, folks, there is competitiveness in the league, and people always want to do well, and sometimes you get scenarios like this.
And we've seen it many times.
We have indeed. So a couple of hard runners, Aerovoice and Damalek on the hards. 4 soft tyre runners, Loppy, Grimo, Guy and Jacob. And then the rest are on mediums. So Monster in the lead at the moment. Does have a 5-second penalty, which will be taken when he next goes into the pit stops. Obviously Martin was the same, so the stewards will obviously look at that and will likely potentially remove that 5 seconds from their finishing time. Folks, as we always say, the results on track are one thing, but it is the provisional results, and the results are known usually the day after, once all of the activities have been reviewed by the stewards.
Depending on how things go outside of the league, because as we all know, we've got lives outside the league.
We do. I suspect the stewards might be busy tonight. Carl?
We've still got Tier 1 to go as well.
We do. So, yeah. But safety car should be in this lap, folks. We will resume racing again. To those watching on YouTube, wherever you are watching, whether it be the UK, whether it be Europe, whether it be our friends in North America, South America, Asia or Australasia, or indeed Africa, welcome to Monday Race Club. It is the heights of winter in the UK, but the racing is certainly not cold or frosty on track. It is heating up nicely as Monster is about to go for it. The safety car in this lap, Monster, Mark right behind him, Smith 96 and then Scott. And is Monster going to go? He's going now. So he goes at roughly the same point that Dumbest Hornet went.
But Mark's right there.
He is. And he's got a really good slipstream. He has, and the Mercedes has got a superb top speed there, as we can see. And Mark is going to take the lead into turn 1. And Morgan going up the inside of both. Both the Mercedes of Scott and Smith, but Smith just survives somehow. Monster, though, all over the back of Mark as they come out of turn 2. Those DRS, remember.
Lewis Hamilton versus Max Verstappen at the front.
Smith 96 has dropped a number of places in the long straight, so let's just keep
Ocean Time up to 5th place.
We are indeed. Two abreast into turn 3.
You had they're doing the Noah's
Ark. Ocean Time hitting the back of Scott into 4. Let's just keep it clean, boys. He's
going to have a bit of damage there.
He is. We'll not forget what's happening out front, because Monster is all over the back of Mark in that Mercedes. 0.3 of a second. Remember track limits, folks, as well.
They have dropped Stube.
They have. Morgan, superb pass of 2 people into turn 1 in the Aston Martin.
Getting that double toe.
Yeah, and Scott will be happy in the Mercedes as well. Remember, it's 20th on the grid, up to 4th, so superb from him. Ocean Tame also up into 6th, Smith 96. Ryan.
Yes, I know he can see him in his mirrors, but Mark, I've got some bad news. You've got a feisty monster behind you.
He does indeed. We are looking back from the wing of the Mercedes, but Mark has got a really exit out. Turn 16 opened up around about a 0.7 of a second gap. And we know that Mercedes
Mark
is slippery.
Seem very, very good through that twisty section before that long straight.
We've got a yellow. Smith 96 is gone. We will go back to that. We are watching in another safety car. Ocean Tame is retired. Monster's in as well. Monster ducking in at the last moment. But Ocean Tame is gone. The 2 McLarens. Was that Martin? Martin gone round as well. So something's definitely happened coming out of 16, 17, 18.
Through because the yellow flags were out.
And lots of into the pits. Damalek's going to get rid of those hard compound tires. Guy's in the pits. Monster is coming out.
Martin's
He's on new mediums. Ghetto Biggie up to 6.
They're all pitting, I think. I think they've all pitted, apart from Scott, Stube and Mark.
2 Mercedes, first and third.
Good showing for them.
Yeah,
Toto
indeed.
Wolff shouting at the camera. That's how we do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've got a couple of Mercedes still left in the race, a couple of Alpines, a couple of Hasses and a couple of McLarens. We have lost 8 drivers in 14
We've
laps.
Lost a Red Bull, 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 Williams, an Aston Martin and an Alfa Tauri.
Welcome to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix of Season 5 of MRC, brought to you by the Mercedes Safety Car. And this is the thing though, and all jokes aside, us as racers and drivers, the last thing you want is the constant interruptions of a safety car.
Indeed, because it disturbs your rhythm, because you get into that rhythm and then it just literally halts it. You're constantly changing your strategy on the spin.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we've probably had drivers that have pitted 3 or 4 times already in 14 laps. Tom Brown says got a Merc 134 finish, and Mark does indeed pit, so he is following what Monster did, but is he going to come out in front of the Red Bull?
Stu stays out.
Stu stays out. Scott stays out as well.
Carries on.
Grimo stays out. Era Voice is coming in.
I think Mark's going to...
he is going to get
following
out.
Monster now. I think he is going to get out in front of Monster, so that's helped Mark big time. Era Voice is in.
Yeah, so let's just see what's happening. Let's just go through your comments in the live chat on YouTube at the moment. So, Ryan, Red Car Rambo, just saying to me...
I can guarantee you now, Monster just seen that Mercedes come out in front and thought, bugger.
Indeed, yes, indeed. That's maybe one word he was using. We're before the watershed, folks. Ryan Barber...
I've got to keep it PG.
You do.
Last time.
Yes, the Monaco people never forgave you for that one, Carl. Ryan saying single track looking really well, and apparently my neighbours must think, who the am I shouting at every Monday? Well, I'll go and knock on their door and say there's the YouTube link. J Sarge, I think the Red Bull had wing damage and had to go slow through the last sector and hit the walls. Crazy race. It is indeed a crazy race because we've had 4.
Sorry, 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, I think he was saying 1, 3 and 4 at one point, and it did confuse me slightly. Tom Brown also saying interesting viewing for Wednesday night anyway in Tier 3, as we were saying, folks, 8:45 and 44 minutes time. You will have comms team of, is it Mark commentating tonight with Andrew?
It's either Mark or Jacob alongside Andrew.
Tier 1, and then on Wednesday evening, Carl will be racing in Tier 3 here with Mark and Morgan.
Making a right hash of it.
Oh, no. The hash of it will be me shortly in about 45 minutes' time.
Don't drink your gin.
Oh, no. The Earl Grey tea is still here. Tier 2 brought to you by whoever else wants to sponsor us. Still waiting for many offers.
Letters have been orange.
Well, there we go. Well, I'll tell you. Do you know what? It's always things that seem to be orange because, well, we were talking Iron Brew is orange, obviously. Twinings Earl Grey has a bit of orangey about it, so that's
sponsored by McLaren. Job done.
That's it, exactly, exactly. And I'll tell you one thing. I don't think we can have another safety cam this race because we're running out of random things to talk about.
Pass.
Well, exactly. So
it's not easy keeping them lot amused whilst they're on the safety car.
Well, we're maintaining. We've 25 people watching, Carl. He must be doing something right. He is indeed. But he's probably thinking, actually, stick on a set of mediums. That'll get him to the end. A set of mediums. Our child
he's gone on to use mediums.
So that's probably, and a lot of the drivers won't have much tyres left that are brand new. So Guy, our championship leader, currently in ninth, so collecting 2 World Championship points.
I know he ain't made much gain at all, but these safety cars are definitely helping him out.
They are. And again, I think it's looking at his race though. I think he's kind of come undone a couple of times. He obviously made a great start, and then he ran wide into turn 4, and then he's pitted a few times. So it's probably not been his finest race. But do you know what? There's still 10 laps to go. There's still well over 60 kilometres.
Anything can happen.
Indeed.
We could have this restart, and then in another 5 laps time, another safety car.
I could.
I said it.
No, I could indeed. You've said it. We're all screwed now, Carl. That's it. So let's just jump back into.
Don't worry. I'll build it my stall. I'll make it a hat, and I've just written a D on it, and I've stuck it in the corner ready. Don't worry.
Exactly. Let's just have a quick look at the Discord. What have we got here? So
I hope they're keeping it clean.
Oh, well, they are. Evil Homer was just saying, I think before he retired, 12 laps and 10 behind the safety car. We were talking about that. I'd just
like to give a shout to Ocean Time. Yes, he's currently out the race now, but I would say on first go and first viewing of what he's like.
Yeah, no,
promising
definitely.
Driver for the future, definitely.
Indeed, and the safety car is in this lap, folks. So Stoop is going to be the de facto safety car. We will jump on board the back of that Aston Martin. Scott 83 in the Mercedes. Welcome to all those who are joining us. He's currently sitting at 4th, weaving. Is he going to go around about the same point? He's building up the revs. Oh, he's going to keep it.
He's waiting.
He's waiting. He's going now. He's right gone. Just before the pit starts, and I think that's caught Scott unawares because Grimo is all over him.
On those soft tyres as well.
Yep, and let's just see.
Outside.
Oh, Scott's going a bit deep into turn 1, so did Grimo, and the two collide, and they've also collected Mark. Mark up into 3rd place, but let's hope he doesn't have any damage there. Scott trying to go back up the inside of Monster. Oh, and Monster on the outside of turn 2 was pushed wide there by the Mercedes. He will not be a happy Red Bull because he's about to lose another place to Loppy. But so far, Ghetto Biggie up into 2nd, Mark up into 3rd, but it was chaos into turn 1 again.
I've got a smile on my face because it's the Aston that still leads.
Indeed. Monster's falling. Monster, and one of the McLarens has got round him. We've lost the front wing. Is that guy who's lost the front wing? No, it's not. Monster's lost the front wing. So it's all went to pain for Andrew. He started so well and he was looking to come back, and he was round the outside of Scott into turn 2. I wonder whether Scott went a little bit deep. And then there's just been some collisions. There was a McLaren which was running slow as well. And I'm just Jacob.
Watching Jacob.
He's lost the front wing end plate.
Yeah, he's got some damage, so that probably explains why Martin got past him.
Yeah. Martin collected the back of Monster there by the looks of things. We're just watching Monster listen through, and that's not going to do any good. Morgan is under attack from Ghetto Biggie in the Alpine. Ghetto Biggie, he went absolutely wide, coming out off 18, 19, sorry. He clattered the wall, but he has survived.
I just caught that as I jumped on board with Stu.
He's in the pits though. Yeah. He's lost he went too quick into the pits there, folks. We were on board. But Mark is 2nd in the Mercedes, chasing down an Aston Martin. Grimo is into 3rd. Era Voice has passed Scott. But looking at the battle now, coming down into turn 2, and Loppy's going to go up the inside. Oh, Jacob's lost safety car. 5th safety car,
How
folks.
How many laps were that?
1.
Ouch.
Martin goes on to the hard compound tyres. Ghetto Biggie goes on to the softs. Andrew has gone on to the mediums and a new front wing. Folks, we are down to 11 drivers here in Tier 2. Our championship leader is 6th, and our 2nd place in the championship is 2nd. 3rd place in the championship is 11th.
And I think Monster's gone on to used mediums, unless, yeah, he's on used mediums because he's on 11 lap old mediums, so he's probably not got enough tyres left.
I'll tell you one thing, Martin has done 5 pit stops in that McLaren.
Gee whiz, he's on used hards now.
And Grimmel and Scott, 1 stop apiece, whereas the rest have done between 2 and 3 stops.
Mark nearly hitting the wall on the exit of turn...
Is it 14, 15?
16, my guess.
Carl, you said you wanted another safety car. Yes. Yep, exactly. Lap 18 out of 26, folks. Andrew just posting on YouTube. Not gonna lie, I'm fuming at the moment. I think we can appreciate that, given the restart. And Mark and Grimmel pits, so Mark is putting a new front wing, so it has been at some point some damage to that Mercedes.
I reckon it was when he ran wide out of turn 16, my guess.
Grimmel onto the mediums. Guy is going on to the softs. Grimmel is also changing his front wing. Damalek there as well. Scott is also changing front wing, so 2 front wings going on to the Mercedes. Ghetto Biggie, who was second up until that clatter on the wall at 19, is up to 6 now. Guy is out into 5th, just behind Mark.
Here's a shout. Error voice, P2.
Indeed. Let's just have a quick look at tyres, because Mark has gone onto the hards, so he's obviously not got any other tyres left. And this is now going to be the challenge, folks, that if we did have another safety car, not wanting to say anything exactly, they are going to run out of tyres. They have none left.
That's probably why Stube is trying to go as long as possible on these mediums
I don't think he's... Here's the thing, right? I did 15 laps of the mediums.
We haven't had this scenario, though, before, have we?
Well, we've not. No, we've not had tyres that have basically done more than about 9 laps. But...
Is this the most safety cars we've had in a race as well?
Do you know what? There will be an MRC statistician, easy for me to say, who will tell us, but this is the
target.
Well, exactly, that's it. Who will the 5th safety car in 19 laps? So I don't think Morgan's going to get to the end.
If anyone's to blame, we all know who to blame.
Storm Arwen.
Yep.
That's it. Oh, Error Voice has ghosted. He's maybe just... No, he's back. He's back full. Morgan won't get to the end on this set of tyres. If he does, if he tries it, he will be a sitting duck, because the
Error Voice is ghosting again.
Yeah, I wonder whether he's just potentially pausing under the safety car. We do tend to say do not pause. You can, but
for a brief moment of time, you cannot pause throughout the permanence of the safety car.
And Error Voice coming in,
and he's actually in.
So, and 4 laps, 3 laps his medium compound tyre. So it's a very strange move. I wonder though. I'm
going to see what he changes to.
Well,
so
do you know what I was thinking? If he was ghosting, because he paused potentially, and I'm sure he'll let us know, then the AI takes control and the AI decides what's going to happen. And I wonder if he might be regretting that. Potentially, it might be a decision. It might not be. But he's went on to He's went from mediums. Yeah, but he's went on to a set of mediums that's done 9 laps. He was on a set of mediums that's done 3.
Fabian, fill us in.
Yeah. Because
please.
I'll be honest, I'm confused. Oh, he's just joined! Oh!
He left the session then.
So
that explains it.
That explains.
He's going to be livid.
He's going
to be livid right now.
He was up into second. He was doing superb. But I'll tell you one thing. Mark and Guy 3rd and 4th. 1st and 2nd in the championship.
Guy. Soft tyres. 7 laps left.
Fabian lost connection. He's just confirmed that in the YouTube chat, folks.
Right. But yeah, 7 laps left. 7 laps to go.
Yep.
Guy 4th. Soft tyres. Fresh.
Yep. As is Ghetto Biggie. Soft tyres. Damalek 7th. And Scott in the Mercedes. So, I'll tell you one thing, it's not going to be a dull end to the race. We should have safety car should come in this lap. Folks, we've always said Monday Race
Should do, because it's been about 3 laps.
Yeah, we've always said Monday Race Club brings you entertainment, and do not leave until the checkered flag has fully fallen, folks, because there is excitement right up until the end. And again, tonight is no difference. 5 safety cars so far in this race. We've done 20 laps in total. Probably about 6 racing laps in total. But the safety car is in this lap.
And so the lights are out.
Let's, I'll tell you what, we're going to jump on board with Stub. Not with Stub, sorry, with Loppy. We're going to see the back of that Aston Martin. We're going to look at it from Loppy, but we will also keep an eye on the hard-shod Mark. He enjoys the hard tyres, does Mark. He's done a lot of practice sessions in that on them. But as we get ready for racing again,
I'm just watching those revs on the Aston.
For those on the stream, you'll understand why I'm getting a little bit. Stub is gone.
He's going.
He's going. And Loppy is going as well. Let's just jump back to the broadcast mode. Guy is going to be looking to know Guy. And Mark is on the inside and he's lost the bird. He's obviously just outbraked himself with those hard compound tyres. Not giving as much grip and looks like he lost part of the front wing. Guy up to second. Loppy third. Mark is going to have to come into the pits, I would have suspected. But Stub is going to be a sitting duck for Guy.
Mark into turn 1, he went for it but paid the price.
He did, maybe just braked too late, going too quickly, and I think he has got some damage to that Mercedes. He is, and he's lost his front wing completely now, and he's gone straight on at turn 4. He is going to be kicking himself for that, because this was the opportunity to try and make up some ground on Guy, but instead it's went the other way around. Guy now up into second place, and he is going to be hunting Stub down. Oh, Guy, watch, don't make a move into turn 6 there. It's not where you want to go.
Thing is, Guy can be very patient and wait for that long
Mark is retired.
He's gonna have...
Mark's gone. He's retired.
I can hear the slamming on the wheel. I can hear them slams from here.
Indeed. So we have 10 runners, folks. They will all get points. But...
First time this season it's happened. That we've lost half the field.
Yeah. Some comments. Wing damage. Had to take it easy through the first sector. So, as we go now, Guy with Loppy behind him. Ghetto Biggie's got a great opportunity for a podium. Alpine looking for a double podium here. It's only 2 Alpines that are left in the race in terms of the 2 teams, but Loppy's all over the back of Guy. Absolutely superb slipstream as we're on the helicopter. We're now on board with Guy, but Loppy now. Stub's trying to defend it as he comes down the start-finish straight. It's 3 abreast. Guy is up into the lead, but Loppy's going to try around the outside to make sure nobody collides here. Loppy's always locked it slightly. Run slightly right there. But Ghetto Biggie is going to look to take. He's gone into second. Oh, and Loppy has clipped him, and Ghetto Biggie's round to turn 2. Oh, what up? That Ghetto Biggie was doing so well. Oh, he's lost his front wing in the turn. Guy leads.
You're up and down like a flipping yo-yo.
It's never ending. Excitement aplenty, folks. Guy leads. Loppy second in the Haas. Stub third in the Aston Martin. Grimo 4th. Damalek 5th. Single Track 6th. Scott 7th, Monster 8th, Aerovoice 9th, and Ghetto Biggie 10th. Ghetto Biggie!
A quote from Martin Brundle. You're right there, Murray.
Well, the thing was, Ghetto Biggie came, and I'll be honest, we're very glad that we don't have video cameras looking at the commentators in MRC, because right now I'm trying to describe what happened in turn 2. Ghetto Biggie came down the inside, and he almost... it's as if he knew he was going maybe slightly too deep. He gave enough respect, but Loppy almost then kind of turned in maybe a little bit tighter than Ghetto Biggie was thinking, and just tapped the right front of that Alpine and just spun him round. And it's crazy goings on. Guy though is going to extend his lead to the top of the championship, because Mark, who's second, is not scoring any points.
Thing is, Guy is kept.
He's kept it clean.
Guy has kept it clean and out of trouble, and that is why he is leading.
He is indeed. Monster is in third in the championship, is currently 8th in the Red Bull.
We finally have DRS as well.
We do. I think only for about the 3rd time this race. Grimo is all over the back of Stoop. Stoop is struggling on those 16 lap medium compound tyres.
Revoice back in, he's gone on to use softs.
Yeah, Grimo is going to be past Stoop. He is indeed coming down into turn 3, quite sensible. Oh, Morgan. Oh, Scott's gone. Oh, he ghosted. He's lost a front wing. It's another Mercedes front wing. Has gone. He ran too deep into 3. I thought for a minute.
I think Stu's paying the price of being out on them mediums for so long. But to be honest, 16 laps, he's
done well.
Brave boy.
Yes. Right now, folks, top 10. No penalties, which is good. No track limit infringements. Skettle Biggie is back out in the pits on those soft compound tyres. He could really do with a safety car. Loppy in second in the Haas. Grimo third there. Stu defending all he can from Damalek. Martin in sixth. Scott is going to have to go into the pits. Monster is treating the back of that Mercedes like a bucking bronco. The Red Bull is aware of the Bronco, but he needs to get a move on to make that pass. Let's just jump back. So 4.2 seconds, guys lead us at the end
Scott's
of lap 23.
Wing, that's why.
Yeah,
Scott's got no front wing.
Loppy was very lopsided coming through 19 and 20.
That's a good one.
There we go. Because I think Grimo's about to size him up as he comes down into turn 1. And Grimo is through past the Haas, and Damalek is past Stoop, who comes into the pits. He's had enough. Martin Hill's up to 5th in the McLaren. So it's a Haas 3-4 at the moment. But Loppy is going to look to take Grimo down the straight. He has DRS. I think he's too far behind though. Oh, we've got Stoop in the pits. Monster's in the pits as well. So... Yeah, so did he make a collision with Scott? Error voice.
No idea.
Positions changing left, right and centre, folks.
I can't keep up.
It is absolutely action aplenty, and Damalek purple in sector 1. So superb opening sector from him. I'll be honest though, Damalek is possibly going to be looking to size up his teammate Loppy and Grimo, because they're both on mediums in front of him. Martin's behind on the hard compound tyres. He's doing a remarkable job in 5th place there. Stub about 16 seconds behind with 3 laps to go. We want to just keep it clean. Guy out in front, we won't lose sight of that. But the two Hasses, Loppy's obviously had a moment coming out of 12. Oh, and Grimo touched the barriers coming through out 14. He's not lost an end plate, but he did have a moment. And Loppy. We got a yellow in 2. Is that... Scott's gone. Scott's gone. And we'll try and see that in a minute. Hopefully they'll clear... The marshals will clear that.
Just before the castle section.
Indeed. But I think Damalek is about to take his teammate Loppy. Guy 144.0. Oh, Loppy's got DRS as well, but Damalek's trying to go down. Oh, superb. He was a little bit brave. Sorry, he wanted maybe to be a little bit more brave coming down into turn 1 there, but he just didn't have the speed to get past his teammate there in the Haas. But he will want that podium, does Damalek. And Martin is there waiting to pick up the spoils of any inter-Haas rivalries.
I don't want to give it away, but I think if you look up front, we are probably looking at a slam dunk driver of the day.
Potentially, I think there's a number of drivers in there who could well
it's
go
just
with driver of the day. Yeah,
I did say not giving anything away.
Yep, exactly. Nope, there's Grimo's got to watch that front wing. He doesn't want to run too wide.
But I will say this. He's not had the best of seasons, but this will be a big positive push for Martin.
Yeah, well indeed. Superb race for him so far. Up into 5th. We are just watching though the battle of the two Hasses. I think Loppy is about 8 tenths behind Grimo at the moment. He is closing though. I wonder whether Grimo did get some damage when he collided with the wall, because Loppy is absolutely gaining. It's went from about 1 second to about 6/10. DRS wide open. It's not letting Damalek anywhere near Loppy. Grimo is... Ooh, Damalek just getting a little bit later on the brakes there.
The sounds coming from you are brilliant.
Coming down into the final DRS. Well, not the final DRS because we've seen what happens before. But Grimo's all over. Monster's gone!
Oh no.
Oh. Andrew's gone at the exit of 19 by the looks of things. Possibly got a bit of oversteer. Sure, he will tell us.
Christian Horner is throwing a fit.
At the moment, there are no Mercedes and no Red Bulls left in this race, which is unusual.
We have 1 Ferrari, 2 AlphaTauris, 2 Hasses, 1 McLaren, and an Aston Martin.
Yeah. Günther Steiner is a happy man. The smile and right across his face. But there's still time.
The smile on Binotto's face is getting ever wider.
It is indeed. Damalek's all over the back of Loppy, and Ghetto Biggie's gone as well. We're down to 7 active runners, folks. Ghetto Biggie's lost it at turn 2. Damalek is absolutely gaining as they come down into 15. Grimo's getting a little bit of kind of breathing space there.
Guy's right near the end of the line.
He is
now.
indeed. We will get him as he comes across the line. The Ferrari driver and the championship leader again cements his championship credentials as he comes to the end of the lap. Grimo looks as if he's going to take second. But Guy comes across the line, utilising all of his ERS and wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Grimo's going to come second, and Loppy and Damalek across the line. Who's going to get it? Damalek right to the end! Right to the end!
Bottas and Stroll.
It was indeed. Martin comes across in 5th. Stu comes across now in 6th place. And Era Voice will come through in 7th. But Damalek got it on the line with the aid of DRS. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Carl. Monday night entertainment. There might not be an I'm a Celebrity tonight, but there might be a few drivers calling "Get me out of here" shortly.
Monster is saying, honestly, I'm close to crying.
Yeah, not a good day for a number of our drivers. Who were out in front, neither had collisions or accidents.
It doesn't matter what the game throws at him. Guy is just an absolute machine.
He does indeed. Comes through and does take that victory. Remember, folks, in around about 20 minutes you'll have Tier 1. Who will no doubt will dissect a little bit of what's happened here tonight. But here we are, folks. Guy does win on track in the Ferrari. 4 stopping, started in 18th, all the way up to winning that race. Grimo takes 2nd in the Alpine from 12th. Damalek takes it by 19 1/1000ths of a second. That is how close, folks. Haas 3-4, Loppy takes 4th. Martin takes a well-deserved 5th in the McLaren. Stub will take 6th in the Aston Martin, Aerovoice 7th, and then we have 8th, 9th and 10th, Get a Biggie, Monster and Scott. They didn't finish on the racetrack, but they do gain points. But then we have another 10 DNFs.
And they have been classified as well.
They have.
Because of how close they were at the end.
They will, and Ghetto Biggie will get the point for fastest lap. So he will get an extra 1 point there, folks. But it has been an enthralling Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Tier 2. Carl, it was amazing, as always. And
it's given me a few ideas for Wednesday, I can tell you that.
Exactly, it's probably given you a few headaches listening to me as well.
You banshee.
Exactly, folks. So, from myself and Carl, thank you very much for watching. It has been an eventful Azerbaijan Tier 2 Grand Prix. Join us in 20 minutes' time for Jacob and Andrew for Tier 1. And we will see you all this time next week for Tier 2. Good night.